Okay, this is our last dividing fractions of this module, and we're throwing in mixed numbers today. To be able to do this, we need to change those mixed numbers to improper fractions, and we have talked about that on the very first 2 days of this module. So remember, we take the bottom number and multiply it by the outside, so that's 20, and then we're going to add the top, so that's 25. We're going to bring that down. We have 25 over 10. Division changes to multiplication, and we're going to flip the second fraction. We're going to look, and we're going to see that they're both 10, so we're going to cross them out and make them 1s. And when I do that, I get 25 over 8. That is an improper fraction, so we have to change that to a mixed number. I'm going to take 25 divided by 8. 8 times 3 is 24. So I get 3 and 1/8 as my answer. The next one, remember we have to put a 1 underneath a whole number, so 10 over 1. Division changes to multiplication and we flip it. So 10 times 2 is 20. 1 times 11 is 11. Improper fraction, going to change it to a mixed number. 11 can only fit into 20 once. So I get 1 and 9/11 here. 17 times 2 plus 1. We get 35 over 2. Division changes to multiplication. And I'm going to change this guy. So 26 over 5. And I rewrote that up there because I have to remember to flip it. This is where things can go badly because you forget to flip it. Now, we can't cross cancel anything on here, so we're going to multiply them across. 35 times 5 is 175. 2 times 26 is 52. That's obviously an improper fraction. So we're going to take a look and we're going to change it to a mixed number. So I'm going to take 175. I'm dividing it by 52. 52 can't go into 1 or 17, but it can go into 175 3 times, because when I multiply that, I get 156. When I subtract this, I get 19. So 3 and 19 over 52. I know that looks like a weird one, but it is the answer. This next one, I'm going to change this mixed number. So I'm multiplying and then adding, so 25 plus 3 is 28 over 5. I keep my denominators the same. Division changes to multiplication, and then I'm going to flip it. The 5s can be crossed out and made into 1s. So I get 28 over 1. So my answer is 28. My next one is a mixed number, so I have to fix that. 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 8 over 5. Division changes to multiplication. When I have a whole number, I have to put a 1 under it. And remember, I flipped the second fraction. 1 times 8 is 8. 5 times 5 is 25. And we don't have to do a single thing on that one. This next one, let's see, we get 20 plus 5 is 25 over 10. Division changes to multiplication, and then we're going to flip it. The 10s cross out and turn into 1s. So I have 25 over 8. That is an improper fraction because the top number is bigger than the bottom. So I'm going to change it to a mixed number. 8 times 3 is 24. I get a 1. So 3 and 1/8. Remember, this guy goes on top. The guy over here goes on bottom. I'm going to change my 11.5 from a mixed number to an improper fraction. So 22 plus 1 is 23. I keep the same denominator. Division changes to multiplication, and I flip it. I have 2's diagonal, so they can turn into 1s. And 23 times 1 is 23. 1 times 1 is 1. My answer is 23. Let's look at these ones. We're going to change that mixed number. 12 times 3 is 36, plus 1 is 37 over 3. Division changes to multiplication. When I have a whole number, I need to put a 1 under it, and then I'm going to flip it. So 1 times 1 over 3. 37 times 1 is 37. 3 times 3 is 9. That's improper. So we're going to change it into a mixed number. 9 times 4 is 36. When I subtract that, I get 1. So my whole number is 4. My numerator is 1. And my denominator is 9. Over on this one, we have two mixed numbers. We have to change both of those. So 66 plus 2 is 68 over 6. Division changes to multiplication. And then I need to change this guy. 16, 17. So 17 over 4. But then I have to flip it because it's the second one. Okay. 4. 2 can go into that twice. 2 can go into 6 3 times. Then 17 goes into 17 once. 17 goes into 68 3 times. If you didn't catch that, you're going to get some big numbers up in there, but that's okay. 3 times 2 is 6. Oh, sorry, this isn't 3, this is 4. Whoop, 2 times 4, we get 8. 3 times 1 is 3. We're going to divide that. 3 times 2 is 6. 8 minus 6 is 2. My whole number is 2. My numerator is 2. My denominator is 3. So I get 2 and 2/3 as my answer. Remember, you can always find extra practice on this online. You can make up problems and then check it with the calculator.